If you've caught measles, you can become very unwell quite quickly. You can get a temperature, you can get sore eyes, you can feel a bit achy, quite flu-like. And then you can start to get a rash. And the rash usually starts sort of around the back of your hairline. And then you can also get spots in your mouth, and they're called Koplik spots, and you can become very ill. Usually lasts around a week, but you can get quite severe complications, and those include pneumonia, which is chest infection, ear infections, eye infections. So it's quite a severe, it can be potentially quite a severe infection.
Measles is one of the most easily spread diseases that we know about. It's spread through droplets, so if somebody coughs or sneezes, the measles virus can go out into the air. You can catch measles from being in the room with someone, from sharing a cup with someone, and you can actually start spreading measles even before you start to feel unwell. What we usually say is that you're contagious with measles and can spread it from about 4 days before you develop the rash to about 4 days after.
When did you first develop measles?
About a week after I come back from the party.
Wait, and what happened?
I just started coming out on a rash and my throat started hurting and I had an eye temperature.
So did you go straight to the hospital, or did you see your doctor?
No, I went straight to the hospital because it was the weekend, like when it come out.
When you were in hospital, what did they do for you? Did they give you any medication?
I was in like an isolated room with a drip.
Yeah.
And they just kept coming in and giving me like spray in my throat so my throat would stop hurting so much.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Did you have any friends around at the time to...
My family was still in the little isolated room with me. They was too for it to leave me.
Yeah, we were scared for him, do you know what I mean? Because like, when he was in hospital and everyone said he was so bad, we all thought like he was going to like take a turn for the worst.
How long in total were you in hospital for?
I went in there at like about 3 o'clock and I stayed in there till about 6 o'clock the next day.
And how were you when you were sent home after that?
I was still like a bit tired, where I was like had all the stuff in my arms and that.
Yeah.
And then I was alright, I was back to normal again.
Do you think that it's worth getting the MMR vaccine to protect people against
Definitely.
measles? Yeah.
It's definitely worth getting.
So how do you think that I can promote it better? So how do you think I can...
To help it?
Yeah, yeah.
Give the needles to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth going through the pain that I went through.
No.
Just for measles.
So MMR is a very effective and safe vaccine. If you have one immunisation, that will give you about 90% protection from measles. That means if 10 people had the MMR vaccine and just one of them, 9 of them would become fully immune to measles. By giving a second booster dose, that puts it up to over 99%. So almost everyone that's had 2 MMR vaccines is fully immune. The common way we test is with a swab. Either you'll get one sent out to your house or it'll go to your GP, and it comes in a kit like this. If you take it out, it comes with instructions and a letter and a form to fill out. That can be filled out by yourselves, your GP, or if the swab comes from the Health Protection Unit, you can ask them to fill it out for you. And that just gives some details about when you had measles and if you've ever had an immunisation for it before. Then you'll get a kit like this. The swab should come in a sealed container. Make sure that hasn't already been opened. You can open it yourself and you'll see that it's just a sponge on a stick. You need to take that out, rub it around your mouth for a few minutes, get as much spit on there as you can and put it back in the container. Then you need to write your name and your date of birth on the front, and then that goes into another container with a green lid. And put that in the envelope with the leaflet that you've filled out. That doesn't need a stamp and can go directly in the post, and the result will come back to you in the post.